Shalom, shalom. Yabashim Sharakatham, Mashbaka. All praises. I see my day one. You know what I'm saying? Right there. All praise up and up. Shalom King. I know you're on the road, family. Yahweh speed on them long journeys across the continent. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need to get this room cranking real quick. You know what I'm saying? We got a slightly late start. Akim been busy slaving away all day, but we about to get this thing cracking, and we ain't gonna take a whole lot of your time up, because this is just straight direct to the point. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get right to it. So we'll be right back at you. You feel me? Do a little bit of house cleaning. Akim, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this thing cracking real quick. Fill this room up, and I'm gonna be right back. 1 second. I'm gonna post a link in the chat. Let me post a link in the chat. There we go. We got a link in the chat. The show. Go ahead and share it real quick. Give me 1 minute. Do some house cleaning. I'm gonna be right back. Shalom, Aki. All praises. Let's get this thing cracking. Okay. Start out first and foremost. I want to get called Halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. It's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who the world knows as Jesus Christ, right? Yahweh Shai Hamashiach in the Hebrew. This is Officer Yaziar with the Long Beach WOLFPAC sector of Sicari, right? Coming at you with another episode of the Couch Captivity Created. And y'all see the title, Rise and Fall and Rise of the South Again. And, you know, the thumbnail should speak for itself, but basically what I'm saying is, you know, Esau rearing his ugly head. We see it happening, but it ain't nothing because we know it's prophecy, right? It's bound to happen. Jacob's trouble is a real thing that the saints know we got to go through, right? And Lord willing, we in that number, you know what I'm saying? That go marching in, so to speak. You feel me? That Revelation 7 number, right? So what I want to talk about is, you know, just a little bit of what's going on in the realm of politics, you know, geopolitics and how it affects us, right? And how a lot of us try to buy into Esau's political system is no different than the old days with King Jonathan and how he dealt with the Greeks, right? How, you know, a lot of brothers preferred the Greek way. You know, we ran into, and Apiyak could tell you, Apiyak in here, right? If you in here, Apiyak, go in and shoot me a kite in the chat, right? But we ran into a young man the other day, little 23-year-old. He swore up and down we didn't know what we was talking about because the problem with the black community is that we don't try to integrate into, you know, white businesses or American, he said American businesses, right? Like, man, look here, young man. If they wanted us to be a part of their system, they would have never burnt down Tulsa. If they wanted us to be a part of their system, the KKK would have never ran rampant across the South. You feel me? And as a matter of fact, speaking of the KKK, let me take a friendly sponsorship break. Hold on a second. Through the spirit, because that's pertinent, right? People ask us sometimes why we do what we do. It's always a rhyme behind the reason, family. Let me tell you that. There's always a rhyme behind the reason. Okay? If you think Esau is gonna suddenly love you one day, you got something coming, right? So this little segment is sponsored by our Clan X collection, right? Because we whacking out the KKK, right? Because we know what's coming to them. Woe to the KKK. Destruction is coming for your dirty sins, right? So this segment is sponsored by our Clan X collection at warapparel.com, right? Because these crackers, they think they on the come up again, right? They swear they on a come up. You feel me? So we got to speak about it to each other and let each other know this ain't what it is, man. This ain't what it is. And we definitely ain't trying to kumbaya with these fools. You feel me? We ain't trying to kumbaya with these fools because Esau ain't gonna he got a perpetual hatred. You read that scripture, you know he got a perpetual hatred for you, Jake. You can give him all the gifts and be the best Negro or Latino or indigenous man you could be. Ain't gonna never be no love, right? Ain't no love in the city, bro. That's what it is. And if you're looking for love from Esau, you're looking for love in the wrong place because he has a perpetual hatred for you. And that's because the Most High made it that way. because the end result is his ultimate destruction and eradication from this earth, period. Right? So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna bring up Soldier Ali Yashai to go through this with me, right? We gonna corner him, you know what I'm saying, with my Northern Kingdom brother, and I'm gonna bring that Southern Kingdom funk, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too sad, right? That a lot of times, especially back in the day in LA, a lot of times Esau will be the one pitting us against each other. You feel me? Let me bring my brother up, man. Get this thing cracking. Shalom, King. What's good with you?
Shalom. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Sakari.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, we was chopping it a little bit backstage earlier, right? It's just ironic, man. It's too ironic the way Esau moved, and some brothers can't see it. You see what I'm saying? But like you said, Ali Yashai, like you said earlier, it's the same thing that keep going around. The same thing, right? So what we're gonna do is just break down a couple of scriptures, man. But I wanna kick it off with the video that really got me thinking in this direction, right? And my brother Gamal in here, you know, Officer Gamal, he's a diehard Raider fan. You know, he was a successful high school football coach, right? Me and him chop it up about football all the time. And you know, I played a little bit. Sorry, said he gonna call the chat. I'm gonna put a link. Oh man, he gonna call that chat. My bad. Right? So Shalom, Shimmy. Right? So look, we was chopping it up earlier. About me and Gamal was chopping it up about, you know, football and this and that. But at the end of the day, you know, I played a little bit of ball, right? At all the levels. I done been through the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole cycle, all the way from Pop Warner all the way to the league, right? So I understand what it feel like to be horse traded. And what I mean by that, you know what I mean by horse trading, right? Modern day slavery. You know, and you look at a lot of these teams, let's just take the SEC, the Southern Conference, the Southern, right? Southeast Conference, where all the Southern teams are. Georgia, Bama, Auburn, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Deep in the South. Most of the team is made up of black players, black and brown players, right? But you got these old redneck coaches that's rooted in the same history. Like, for instance, Ole Miss, or wasn't it Ole Miss, or was it Mississippi, where they banned the little black girl from going to school after they did the Equal Rights Act, right? You got that same mentality going, but now they like, well, we can make money off these Negroes, so we're gonna let them play ball. But anything above that, that ain't it. See what I'm saying? And what brought this back to mind, because I seen it firsthand when I played. I seen how I've heard, you know, long story short, freshman year, I'm walking around, and freshman year in college, I'm walking around the sports complex trying to find the damn meeting room, right? I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to find a meeting room. I'm about to run late, and I got to go watch some film in the defensive back meeting room, right? I'm going hitting corners in this film room and that little room down this long hallway. I mess around. I walk past the hallway where the coaches is over there picking teams for the inter squad spring game, right? And they drawing it up on the board, and I can hear them as I'm approaching, and I hear them talk about us like they trading horses, right? They own players. They talking about us like they trading horses. Yeah, that's a good one, but you know, he a little lame in the leg. He might go lame. You know what I'm saying? Might have to put him in the glue factory. They don't care about you, man. But when they recruit you, They recruit you with open arms, bro. They make you feel like a movie star, right? I went all my recruiting trips I went on, man. They lay out the red carpet, lace you up, you know what I'm saying? Make you feel like king of the world. And as soon as you get in, they let you know, nigga, you ain't shit. I got 1,000 niggas behind you knocking on the door waiting to get in here. So get in line, right? And the more you buck, and believe me, I buck, they'll sit your ass on the bench, right? They'll sit you on the bench. They don't give a damn. They want conformity, right? But then, you know, I made it through the system. You know, they done. I got playing time, and then I bucked, and they sit me on the bench, and then they had to play me, and then I got in there. You know what I'm saying? And did what I could do, but with the understanding that they don't care about you. So my whole mentality was like, let me get this bread, right, and get on up out of here. You feel me? Because it ain't no love, right? So I'm gonna play this clip real quick that stood out to me, and it's this fool Tommy Tuberville, right? He used to coach Auburn. Now he's a U.S. senator, I believe, right? So for Alabama, he used to coach the University of Auburn, and I'm gonna let you hear what this Edomite said first, and then we're gonna talk about it, right? Hold on one second. Okay, and in the chat, when I turn this audio on, throw some ones up so I know the audio good. I'm gonna let it play probably a couple times. It's like a little 30-second, 1 minute or whatever, short. But throw ones up so I know the audio is good. All right. Let's get into it.
I heard some things that he talked about race and things that he wanted to mix into the military. Let me tell you something. Our military is not an equal opportunity employer. We're looking for the best of best to do whatever. We're not looking for different groups, social justice groups. We don't want to single-handedly destroy our military from within. We all need to be one. It's like a football team I coach. You can't have different groups. Everybody's got to be together to win. There's no second place in war. And so I listened to all these generals and admirals, and we have some great ones. We have some great military people, but there's some in there that have a different agenda to make sure that they get their quotas in. And we're not a quota. Don't give me this stuff about equal opportunity, because that's not what this military is about. Talk about making the best, training the best, and being the best of this world. Because if we're not, as I said earlier, there's no second place in war, and we live in a very dangerous place right now in terms of our foreign policy.
All right, so that's a lot to unpack. All praise. We got ones in the chat. That's a whole. Oh man, hold on. What one? Okay, that's a whole lot to unpack. You feel me? Let me take this down real quick. Right? That's a whole lot to unpack, because you got to understand how Esau operate. You see what I'm saying? Esau talking his code words, his coded language. You see what I'm saying? Esau talks in his coded language, meaning, you know, he ain't gonna say it right out, right? Nigga this and nigga that. He done learned his lesson. But at the same time, he know how to throw buzzwords out to his people. So when Esau is talking about talking about equal opportunity, he know that make them crackers mad, right? Because the minute the government start talking about y'all rednecks got to get them niggas down there half a chance, they was up in arms, right? Ready to burn the whole school down till they figured out they can make money with these niggas running the football and shooting the hoop. Then they said, all right, we'll let some of them in here, right? And this the irony. I'm gonna bring that up again because I wanted to let it play through and through, you know, and let it do what it do real quick. But I want to play it again and kind of give a little bit of commentary to it, right? So let me get that video up again. And I mess around and turn the whole video off. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna pull that up again. All right, so you hear what he say? He said the military is not an equal opportunity employer. What? What? Okay. And then what all this is behind, okay, let me give you the background on this. What this is behind is that Tuberville been in the Senate blocking military promotions to the generals and to the high cabinet level positions, right? Because they pissed off because Biden appointed the Joint Chief of Staff, which is the man that's over the Army, Navy, and Air Force, a black man, General I forget the brother's name, but he's a black man, right? Ali Shah, Baba Kusha, if you could Google that real quick for me and pull that up, just to show who this brother is. I believe he's the Joint Chief of Staff for the military, black man, right? Oh, these crackers was mad. You got a nigga running the military of the United States, right? So now all of a sudden they want to block all promotions under the guise of, well, we don't like what you put in this bill. It's too woke. That was another buzzword. That bill is too woke. So we're going to block all promotions. So now they circumvent that little move he made, right? Because, you know, some of the senators or whatever was like, you know, we gotta get you know what I'm saying? We gotta circumvent this because, you know, they trying to make moves with war. You can't make war moves without the generals, right? So they finally promoted one of the generals, another black man. And that's what that cracker was talking about, because that man came in there and said, look, we got to do something about you know, this history of white supremacy in the military, because it shouldn't be a surprise that the black soldiers rise to the general because they be the best soldiers. You can't sit there and recruit niggas to be on your front line as cannon fodder. And you know what I'm saying? First in, first, last out. You can't recruit them to do that. And then 30 years later, they bubble up the general and you mad. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But let me know if you see anything. There's the Joint Chief of Staff, and there's also a brand new appointment, another black man. But anyway, if you find that, we'll shoot the links. So if you find it, go on and share it, and then we'll talk about it real quick. And then after I talk about that, then I'll replay that clip and then go into the breakdown. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I found it. It's a brother by the name of Charles Q. Brown Jr.
Bring that up. What you got an article? Bring that up and let's get a little headline from that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give context. Because I'm not really in the I don't know the whole politics thing, and I try to stay away from delving too much into it, but I want to give context for everybody. So I'm gonna share your screen, Ali Shai, right? Right. Joint Chief of Staff, right? Oh, they was mad. They was big mad, right? And then the Secretary of Defense, another cabinet level position, you know, Secretary of Defense, Biden picked a black man to be the Secretary of Defense, meaning he's over the whole DOD, Department of Defense. So you got a black man over the Department of Defense, and you got Biden picking General Charles Q. Brown Jr. as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, right? meaning he's over Army, Air Force, and Marine generals, period. He's the top dog in the military. And Secretary of Defense is actually, you know, an executive position. It's not active duty military, but it's an executive position, a cabinet level position. These crackers is burning hot. They burning hot, Aliyah.
Yeah.
They can't stand it. They
Yeah.
can't stand it. You feel me? Hold on one second. Now, with that in mind, you see what I'm saying? With that in mind, this should make a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna pull this clip up again.
I heard some things that he talked.
I heard some things. I can't even stand to listen to these crackers, man. Hold on, let me share my screen again. All right. Okay, hold on. Ravy. Okay. Let me just let you know off top. Damn with all them crackers. Biden and all of them. You feel me? Just to let you know off top, in case you trying to have some smoke, my nigga, because you coming in here kind of loud in my chat. And if you know me, you know when I'm hot. Just walk delicately, my nigga. Have some goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Show some decorum in here, right? Ain't nobody in here caping for none of them crackers, right? Right? So look, my guy, what's your point? Because damn all them crackers. What's your point? Right? We going into a lesson and you spamming the chat, my guy. Huh? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. He want to say something like Captain Obvious, right? Biden is guided by the elite. Which one of them crackers ain't? Who you for, right? I say damn all of them, right? Corrupt. This nigga won't smoke. You know what? I tell you what, my guy, because I can't read text too well. You feel me? I did see you coming in here with bad decorum in my chat. You ain't got no respect, right? I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds to show some respect, right? I'm gonna shoot a link. I'm gonna shoot a link in the chat, and you come holler at me and explain to me why you spamming my chat and being disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? Let me get a fresh link for this dude. Right? Get a fresh link. Hold on, goddamn. Because that's real disrespectful to come in my chat like that. You feel me? Telling me something obvious. Huh? Hit that link, my guy. Let me know what you're talking about. Look, my dude, this ain't your platform. Right? You coming in here talking about something that's obvious. I don't give a damn what Biden do. To hell with him. To hell with all them crackers. To hell with the whole system. Right? That's where I'm at with it. Hit that link.
Yeah, he set up
Right.
up above.
Right.
He said that those blacks are sold and obey.
See, this is the thing. This probably see, this is one of them. I ain't even gonna call it, right? But click the link, my guy. You coming in here spamming my class, right? You off point. You obviously must not be fluent in English, my nigga, because you ain't getting what I'm talking about.
He says the Ephraimite.
Right? You a Boricua? What you need to do, my guy, is you need to sit down and listen. Right? Because if you from the islands, you don't understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these crackers. You need to learn. Right? If you think one side is better than the other, you got a big surprise coming. You see what I'm saying? If you coming from the islands, my nigga, you have no clue. Right? This nigga say we learn from each other. You ain't gonna tell me shit about crackers from the deep south, and that's the topic. Anything else, that ain't my topic, and this ain't your platform, my G. So show some decorum. That's all I'm saying. Right? You coming in here adversarial, right? And see, this is the thing, Israel. Is he on some white boy's platform going in? Huh? Why you gotta come in your brother's platform when I'm speaking on your behalf as well? Yeah, I'm speaking on the behalf of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere over here, and you coming in at me like that.
Yeah, wait for the information to come out, then speak.
Right? Look, my guy, I know the Boricuas got it bad over there. That's our whole message. Because the Spaniards are Esau too. But my topic of the day, right? My topic of the day is particularly these rednecks. And let me maybe you just don't understand what the decorum or what the normal decorum of this platform is. But if you had a question, you could raise a question, right? But you don't come in here spamming 30 comments in a row like you want some smoke, my guy. That ain't what we doing here. You see what I'm saying? Now he wants it. I just said a comment. Nigga, you spammed 30 in a row. That's disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. You coming in here telling me something like Captain fucking Obvious. Excuse my French. Well, Biden is... What the fuck? You still talking? Or you gonna act like you got some sense? Because how we do it over here, my G, hey, my bad. I didn't mean no harm. If that's where you at. But if you want smoke, keep spamming my chat. I'm gonna give you a pass on the fact that, you know what I'm saying? You say English not your first language. Maybe you don't know how we get down, but that ain't how we do it over here. We do things decently in order. You see what I'm saying? You let me know what it is. Look, I hear you, Sunshine. I hear you, sis. Look, that ain't what it was. What I'm talking about is if you go back through the chat and you see about 15, 20 comments in a row, and it's talking about something I wasn't talking about. What he was saying is he was trying to say, oh, well, you know, Biden is trash too. I get that. Why are you coming in here like Captain Obvious? That's what I call some little side shade, right? I know what side shade is. If you want to make a comment that's on topic, you got a question that's on topic, do so with decorum. You're not going to come in here and act like you about to teach me in my class. Who do that? You ain't gonna go to the cracker class and then say, nah, I don't want to talk about your subject today. Let me tell you what I know. You feel me? It's about decorum, sis. So Ravi, my brother, my Boricua brother, I want you to know this first and foremost. This is what we stand for right here. The so-called Blacks, Latinos, and indigenous people of the Americas, including the Caribbean islands, right? That Esau has raped, robbed, and plundered since the beginning, since he hit the earth. It's all about us empowering us and getting us better, doing what we need to do, and stop caping for these crackers. I don't give a damn if they Democrat, Republican, Independent, all of them is going down according to prophecy, right? I hear you, sis. Look, and sis, if I'm correct, right, Sunshine, I think I remember talking to you last time, sis. I hear you, sis. And see, this is the beauty of our sisters. Eve is so nurturing, right? She just want to calm it down. I hear you, sis. And you know what? You're right. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Us men, we just get right to the fact. When I see some bullshit, I call it. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with interacting. It's the manner you go about it, sis. I'm not going to pull up at somebody's crib and then try to take over their crib, right? I'm going to do it with decorum. And I know side shade when I hear it, right? Because if bro would have came and said, hey, man, I heard something about whoop-de-whoop or something, something along the lines of the topic, we could, yeah, hey, bro, no problem. I'm gonna get back to you. Let me finish this up. That's a great question, right? We might even divert the lesson because through the spirit, that brother might have thought of a question that I didn't think to add in the lesson. But when you come in here and you completely throw shade and divert from what the lesson is talking about, my G, we don't do that where I'm from. That's called shade. Right? So, you know, it is what it is. It ain't no, and it ain't, sis, it ain't nothing either. Because that's still my brother. I love my brother, but I'm gonna rebuke him because the law say to, because that's not how a man move. Not according to the law. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is. You know, I meet that head on. I don't play that. Right? And at the same time, I ain't mad at you, my bro. I'm just letting you know, we don't get down like that. We don't give a damn about none of them. And I'm going to get into that. If you would just sit back and hear where we coming from before you speak. You feel me? Because that's the law. That's wisdom, right? So, you know, we're going to get back to it. So pardon me for the diatribe, but yeah, man, we don't do that, Ravy. Or R3YV. I don't know your tag, bro. Right? You welcome to chill, but you need to sit back and listen before you speak. You know what I'm saying? And you come in here, you know what I'm saying? It's outright disrespectful to come in here and do a dozen comments in a row. Outright. Never mind you throwing shade in between and the lesson ain't even got started. You feel me? So I'm gonna do it like this. Ravy, you say you're from PR, right? I got a question for you. How long have you been in the States, and what part of the States are you living? Right? Let me know, King. Because believe me, you feel me? I ain't got no ill will. I'm just letting you know how you gonna behave when you in here. You see what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna teach me nothing about what I got lined up for my lesson. We can have a dialogue. You got a question, or if you want to make a comment on topic, all praises. But you don't come in here like you the ops. We don't do that, right? If you thought I was caping for Biden, my nigga, you need to sit back and listen. Right? You obviously didn't listen. All right? So that's what's up, Ravy. Holla at me, folk. Let me know where you from, where you at with it. Other than that, sit on back and listen, bro. Right? You know, but as I was saying, right? As I was saying, I'm going to get back to this dirty cracker. Right? And we're going to break it down. You over here got me heated. I need to calmate. Calmate, see?
There you go. Calmate.
Calmate, mijo. Okay, wait. Right? But yeah. Let me get back to the video, right?
That's right.
And I'm gonna break down what this cracker's buzzwords are. And then we're gonna put some scripture to it. You feel me?
Edomite code words.
Code words, man. Buzzwords. Like a mug. Right? So here we go. I can't even stand looking at it. Right? I told myself, I told myself, hey, took some breaths. I said, all right. Right? And then Ravy came in here and sparked me off, man. Ravy, I don't mean no nothing, bro. I'm just letting you know. It ain't what you think it is. And you going off by opening your mouth before you know the matter. You see what I'm saying? So sit back and learn. Especially if you're new to the States. You from the islands, you don't know the politics over here. I ain't talking about the Edomite politics. I'm just talking about politics, how we get down. We don't do that here, my G. Right? So look, let me play this clip, and now I'm gonna do a little bit of narration, right? So let's start it from the beginning.
I heard some things that he talked about race and things that he wanted to mix into the military. Let me tell you something.
All right. Off top. There we go. He lead it out with the waving the flag to the redneck clan, because they asking him, well, what you think about this new nigger that they got as joint chief of staffs over there, Tommy? They got niggers all over the place. They're gonna take over. What you think about it, Tommy? Because you gotta understand who his constituency is, right? He is looking out for his people. That's what he is doing. And that's what he's going to continue to do, because that's what he's supposed to do.
That's right.
He looking out for them low down, dirty, trailer park, goddamn backwoods rednecks in Alabama. He not looking out for you niggas. When he was coaching the football team, I guarantee you he wasn't inviting one of them star football player Negroes to his house to have dinner and date his daughter.
Bring that up.
Right? They set boundaries for us, bro. Just like this man, we talking about the general, the chief of staff, right? The joint chief of staff. This man probably put 30 years plus. You got to put 30 years plus to get up to general, right? And then he still ain't good enough. And we're going to bring some scripture out real quick so I can get in the spirit, right? Because I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying? Starting to get a little agitated. So this is what I want. I'm going to bring up something real quick. What is that scripture? What is it? Bear with me here. I believe it's Psalms. Let me get Psalms 55 and 20, Ali Yashai. 55 and 21, actually. Just so y'all understand the you know what I'm saying, the premise of where I'm coming from. Because when you listen to him talk, they've perfected it where they're not saying anything outright wrong. And anything they do say that's off, they can always have what do you call that? Plausible deniability. That's not what I meant. What I meant was this. Because they'll bury a positive in between all the bullshit. You feel me? This is how Esau does. Shalom, Jeremiah. Peace and love, my G. Good to see you, family. Right?
Con, I got it.
Right. All right. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right? War is in this man's heart. Right? War is in this man's heart. He don't care about them niggas he coached. Let me run you through because he opened up with the buzzwords. We're not trying to have no equal rights around here. All right? Let's run it back. Go ahead.
I heard some things that he talked about race and things that he wanted to mix into the military. Let me tell you something.
Right? Race mixing. Out the gate. He came out the gate with a doozy, right? Race mixing. That's all them crackers heard. And from there on, their whole thought process is, oh no, they coming to get our chicken and our women.
Military is not an equal opportunity employer.
Look, equal opportunity employment. Them niggas is taking all our jobs. Them spics is taking all our jobs. When you wasn't worth a damn from the beginning, Esau. Who did all the hard labor during slavery? Not the crackers. Who do all the hard labor now at the meat processing factories and the goddamn farms all over this country? My people, right?
Talk about it.
They got Northern Kingdom, they call them seasonal workers. A whole town working at the meat factory, processing meat that go across the whole country, feed the whole country. Got the whole town of migrant workers working in the fields, plucking vegetables and fruit, feeding the whole nation, exporting stuff. They plucking up so much food. But then what happened? Soon as the season over, what they do? Here go Emigra. Raid the whole town and ship them back and bring another lot in.
Hey, Salaki, if I may.
Yeah.
Over here in Tulare County, they have communities that they call labor camps. So
right.
like, they have like communities that everybody that lives in these labor camps work. They work in the fields. And
just for reference, Tulare County is Central Cali, Fresno and that area, and it's rich in agriculture, right? I think one of the top things, do they grow avocados up there?
No, mainly here in Tulare County, it's dairy.
Dairy?
Yeah, it's dairy.
Right. So Tulare County is dairy, and then I know they got some farms and such, and but it's agricultural, right?
Agriculture, like the whole Central Valley is the richest agricultural center in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And our people is over there doing the labor.
God. Yeah.
You don't see Esau lined up to do that work.
Yeah, because they can't. And here's what I told somebody one time, and this is like through the spirit. If they don't have us in them fields, ain't nothing gonna grow. We need to have our hands on them crops because we got that blessing to make that shit grow.
You got the green
our
thumb
shit. That's right. That's our shit.
out the gate.
Out the gate. You know what I mean?
Issachar got that green thumb. Zebulon got that green thumb.
That's right. Yeah. If we ain't out there, nobody eats.
Esau don't know how to do it.
That's right.
That's just like through the spirit, like you said. My folks is Geechee, and the Geechees was brought over here to cultivate rice, and that's a highly skilled trade. So they want to act like they just bringing over here cattle that could do menial jobs. That's not the case. They bring in engineers and highly skilled workers over here. Literally, brothers over there. I met a brother. He was a migrant worker back in the day, and he had an engineering degree from University of Mexico, or this, Mexico City. It was a university, the biggest university over there in Mexico City. He had an engineering degree, and he's working in the field. Why? Because it takes engineering to do some of this stuff, right? All praise it. Yeah, Gamal. Look, bring that out. Role reversal, right? You got this low life, deadbeat base of a beast human being talking about, I don't know about no Icarats in my military. You are a base beast, not worthy of tying the bootstraps of my people, right? But times have been changed. I see horses, servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Esau right now is that servant on a horse, because you will be yoked up, and you will serve, and you will be destroyed.
And you will like it.
Right? For what you're doing to the apple of the Most High's eye.
That's right.
That's a fact. All praises, Gamal, right? Because he mad about this through the spirit. He mad about equal rights. It's not an equal. You damn right. I ain't worried about your equal rights, because you ain't worthy to tie my bootstraps, cracker. I don't want to be equal to you. You're below me. In every sense of the manner. In every sense of the word.
And if I could, the fact that he even says equal means it's not equal.
Right.
Not equal. The fact that he has to, point that out means it ain't equal.
And it, as if they want to dance around and be coy about things, as if white supremacy is not rooted in the military. Right? Oh, it's just all merit based. Come on, man. If they leveled the playing field, they know they would get left behind, you know what I'm saying, in the dust.
Yeah.
In the dust. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
they got to gatekeep.
They got to.
Yeah, they got
to. Every time they level the playing field, they get left in the dust. The best of them get outdone by the worst of us. Because that's what it is. The worst of us are better than the best of them. But let me bring up Gamal's beautiful precept. The role is reversed right now, Israel. Why? Because we wicked as hell. And we didn't obey the Heavenly Father's commandments. So how do we get these savage beasts boot off our neck? Obey the law, statutes, commandments, and have faith in Christ, and learn to love each other. Don't come in here throwing shade at me when I'm out here trying to feed the flock. Join with me. You feel me? Don't come in here and kick up dust, man. I'm still hot about that. It be my own people want to come in here and kick up dust when we trying to get together on something.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get back into a little bit more of this crackers. You know what I'm saying? What he had to say real quick. And you heard them buzzwords, right?
Yeah.
Race mixing, equal opportunity. He throwing out the red flags. He throwing out the red meat out the gate. And then he want to try to smooth it down and say, well, we just want the best of the best and whoop-de-whoop. And then they'll flip it again and say, we can't have that around here. Right? Just peep him out. Peep him out.
We're looking for the best of best to do whatever. We're not looking for different groups, social justice groups. We don't want to single-handedly destroy our military from within. We all need to be one.
Hey, this fool said he don't want social justice.
He don't want social justice groups. He don't want none of that to destroy it from within. See, he know how their structure is built.
We like it the way it is.
We want it to stay just how it is.
Yeah.
Right? We want the best of the best. Like when I was coaching them niggers, they stayed in their place. Right? Just listen to this cracker. And he don't even, truth be told, he don't even know he wrong. Right? Your father has told you have inherited lies.
Inherited lies.
Get that for me, Ali Yashai. Right? You have inherited lies. You have for so many generations, they have been told lies, and now they believe it. They actually believe it. I got another thing for him. Hold on.
God, I'm there.
You got it. Let me take mine down. Right. Bring that out for me, King.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
You feel me? That's why I'm not out there rampaging and being that nigga on CNN that done lit the whole block up on some of these crackers. Is because the word. Because I got as much as that shit is ready to boil up at all times, just because I grew up in the deep South and I know what it is, and I got a lot of scars from these crackers. I got a lot of emotional scars, physical scars, mental scars from these crackers, from dealing with them, right? I've had the Klan run down on my family, burning crosses, kill my uncle, put niggas in jail, shooting niggas for no goddamn reason, dirty ass sheriffs. It's always right here ready to boil up, but it's that word that keep me from being that nigga that end up on goddamn the news cycle, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Bring that out one more time up, because brothers got to understand this is what we have to look forward to, because it's going to be revealed to them that they inherited lies. We know they lying. We know they're confused. You see what I'm saying?
God, I'm there.
All right. Bring that out again, King.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Right? They think their military is going to save them. They think their politics is going to save them. You got another thing coming, Senator Tommy. Right? Let's let him finish trying to clean up his mess. Right? You see his face. He know he done said too much. Right? Just like how I get a little passionate on the flip side against him, When he talking to his people, he got passionate. He said a little too much because they ain't smart, right? They not smart. He dumb as fuck. Said a little too much, so watch him try to back it out.
It's like a football team I coach. You can't have different groups. Everybody's got to be together to win. There's no second place in war. And so I listened to.
It's like football team. Got to be together, right? There's no second place in war. See, you try to clean it up. No. Don't run. Don't run, Cracker. Right? Don't run. Watch him revert right back to the devil he is. Watch this.
All these generals and admirals, and we have some great ones. We have some great military people.
We got some good white folks in there. How come they ain't get to be the top guy? Got this nigger in there, right? Listen to him. Watch.
But there's some in there that have a different agenda.
Now we got these niggers coming in here. Gonna steal the chicken out of our pot and get our women. Come on, man. This damn white, what they call that, the white victimhood. Right? That's how the Klan got cracking.
Yeah, white fragility.
Right? White fragility. Oh, woe is me. They took my livelihood. They won't let me keep niggers as slaves no more. How am I gonna eat? You dirty devil. I'll give you something to eat. Goddamn mouth full of steel.
To make sure that they get their quotas in, and we're not a quota. Don't get
buzzword. Quotas. Not that this man is qualified, right? Not that this black man could possibly be qualified to be Joint Chiefs of Staff, but it's getting a quota in. Man.
Give me this stuff about equal opportunity, because that's not what this military is about.
Right? He said the military is not about equal opportunity. I want you to do me a favor, Ali Ashai. I need you to do me a little research. Google Department of Defense equal employment. And let's see what if an article pops up. You know, look for something official. Right, sis? Hey, we still waiting on them to explain 3/5 of a black man in the Constitution. It's in their founding document. They can't explain it away. You see? They can't explain it away. But you see the buzzwords. He circled back to equal opportunity. Nah, that's not what we are here. Quotas. Buzzwords. You see what I'm saying? And meanwhile, as irritated as I get listening to him, the people, his constituency that he's talking to, they getting riled up on the opposite end of the spectrum. You see what I'm saying? And it's a lot more of them over here than it is of us, right? Especially if we not united like how we need to be. If all the Israelites in North, Central, and South America united as family like we're supposed to, they're actually outnumbered. But you see the ingenious strategy of Esau of separating us out into little pockets so that you got brothers like old Ravy coming in here from Puerto Rico thinking, oh, let me tell these dumb niggas what's up. When in actuality, we ought to be building. You see what I'm saying? How is a nigga from the island gonna come over here and tell me about some redneck crackers? Right? Let me know when you find something, King.
God.
Right? Just look up DOD equal employment. Matter of fact, if I find a better key phrase, right? Because this cracker said the military is not about equal opportunity. Well, this guy is okay. So yeah, Department of Defense. I'm gonna shoot you a link real quick.
Okay.
If you didn't find it yet. This is the irony of it, King. This guy is a U.S. senator, and they put their hand on the Bible and swear to uphold the Constitution and all that. The goddamn Constitution, Bill of Rights, and all these fucking amendments that you dirty crackers passed says that the military is supposed to be equal opportunity. Supposed to be. What the hell are you talking about? You know what he's talking about? He's talking about war. He's talking about going way before all of that. He wants you niggas back on the plantation. So you need to understand what they say when they're talking about make America great again. When was it great for them? When your ass was in shackles. That's when it was great for them, right? So hold on, I'm gonna shoot that to you in Messenger real quick, Ali Yashai, so you can pull it up.
Yeah, I think I got something. I don't know if it's probably the same thing you got. Let's go ahead and
Pull
shoot.
up what you got. Let's see. Let's
All
make this a working, you know what I'm saying, a working class. Like we're gonna pull something up just because I just want to give ideas for people to do their own research and listen to what they say and then go do the math. Because how is a U.S. senator who put his hand on the Holy Bible to swear to uphold their dirty Constitution don't even want to uphold that? He want to take it back to when niggas was just being brought over here on ships and shackled. Right? That's their Shangri-La. You feel me? Right. There you go. The irony, right? Department of Defense and Office of Inspector General. The Inspector General is probably the top lawyer in the Department of Defense. They tell everybody legally how to be in compliance with all the laws of the Constitution. They have an entire office of equal opportunity employment. But if you listen to Senator Tuberville here, you wouldn't know, right? Check him out.
Talk about making the best
Salaki. Let me bring it up.
Stop sharing.
Okay.
The best and being the best of this world, because if we're not, as I said earlier, there's no second place in war, and we live in a very dangerous place right now in terms of our foreign policy. I heard some things that he talked about race and things that he wanted to mix into the military.
You see how he circled back to it?
Keeps bringing that out.
You know.
You know what? I got a precept on that.
Right.
And
bring that out, King. Right. That lets you know he's going on talking points. He's not a smart guy. He's being told what to say. He got handlers. Right? This is a dumbass football coach. Football coaches are fucking meatheads. Trust me, I know. Right? Bring out that precept, King.
All right. This is from the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
Right.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of our land. So these guys are scared that something's going to change, from within. So that's why they want to keep it all like, the good old boys club, everybody on top, one of them. Right.
Look, Esau is bare. Esau is bare. And through the spirit, let me get, and I'm going to go right into it after a couple more little points. Let me get we're gonna go to Jeremiah 49. I think it'll start around 10. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Let's start at 10 though. Hold that real quick, right? We'll finish this out because he ain't saying much, man. I just want y'all to learn how to hear these buzzwords, right? But what I want to do is just give you the background on who this cracker is, right? Right? This is Alabama, University of Auburn, right? 2004 is probably the best team they had. They went undefeated that year. And it's a shame that year they didn't get invited to the national championship game. But I think that was one of the best teams in college football that year. And Tommy Tuberville was the coach. But out of 100 and something players, at least 60, maybe 70 of them is black. This man made his living running black men up and down the field. And then here it is 10, 15 years later, he talking about we don't want no talk about no equal rights. We don't want no race mixing. You sure was doing a whole lot of race mixing here, my guy.
Yeah.
The race mixing was cool when it was winning you football games. The hypocrisy of these crackers is not, there's no limit to it. And even further, right? Even further, right? He coached over there at Auburn until about 2008, you know. I think he coached at Ole Miss before that. You know, he's a career coach, right? Up until around when Trump started running. Then he starts running for politics, right? And I'm gonna run through this. And look, he's all locked arms with him, right? What a show. What a damn show, right? A clown show at that. Let me zoom in. Get into this, right? Auburn head coach Tommy Tuberville prepares to lead Wayne, all these dudes, right? Blah, blah, blah. And before taking on Wisconsin in the Capital One, Florida Citrus Bowl, right? This is 06. Right? So he taking them boys to bowl games. But look at you see any crackers in here? Probably only crackers on the team is the lineman and the punter and the kicker. And the goddamn water boy. Offensive line, punter, kicker, backup quarterback, because they had a black quarterback, right? And the water boys. That's who all these crackers is. Chumps. Right? Offensive line, or maybe got a fullback. You know, Ram Man. Offensive line. Oh, they got a tight end. He don't play though, right? All these star players, black men, that take them to all these bowl games, right? But look what this article say. Former Auburn football coach Tommy Tuberville parlayed the exploitation of mostly black athletes into a multi-million-dollar coaching career and a foray into politics. Tuberville seemed to have forgotten the reason for his success last October when he weighed in on the reparations debate and essentially called black people criminals. His words and the commentaries of other coaches recently shouldn't be seen as only coach speak. This is part of the language of football, but it also subjugates young men in a manner that reduces them to property. Remember I said horse trading? Trust me, I know the feeling, right? I know the feeling. When you're sitting there injured and you wondering if they're going to cut your scholarship, or in the pros, you injured and you wondering if they're going to give you that call that you on waivers, right? Right? When a racist rant from Georgia-based trainer Mark Taylor went viral, prep and college football entities scrambled to disassociate themselves from him. Glenn Schembechler, the son of famed Michigan coach Bo Schembechler, resigned under fire as Michigan's assistant recruiting director when a series of controversial tweets which he liked came to light. One of those tweets insinuated that America's history of systemic racism had a positive effect on Black families. Quote, and yes, slavery and Jim Crow forced the Black family to strive and create business and cultivate a basis of wealth for themselves and their progeny. A reliance on handouts weakened the lower income Black communities and still does. This is how these crackers think.
We did them a favor.
Right. Gamal, Bo Jackson is the most famous Auburn player that I know. Bo, right? They ran Bo through the ringer because guess what? Bo was supposed to get drafted to the major leagues and make way more money than he ever made in football because he went out there and got hurt. Bo was a way better baseball player than he was a football player, man. Bo was a amazing baseball player. Arm like a cannon, could jump the wall and catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hit for power, no doubt, had speed. They kept Bo from playing baseball so that he could you know what I'm saying, up his status in the draft. And then when he did get drafted, right, just off the strength, because he did play baseball at Auburn too. When he got drafted, they tried to put the axe over his head about, oh, you violating the amateur rules, you know what I'm saying, with your scholarship, right? Cam Newton is another one, but I'll take Bo as more famous than Cam Newton any day, right? Because Bo is that guy. He's probably a little bit a generation ahead, but when it comes to famous Auburn players, Bo Jackson, without a doubt, because he was Nike's main man, right? Bo can do it. They had this man, you know what I'm saying, on their main campaigns, right? So yeah. Now, just to give you an idea, this is how they think of us, King. This is how they think of us. And then look. Hold on. It's interesting how handouts never come to the forefront when people discuss government subsidies to corporations, nor when African Americans are shut out of relief initiatives such as Paycheck Protection Program loans, PPP. But that's a discussion for another day. Racist and classist rhetoric isn't just part of the language of football, but of the suppressive nature of free and cheap labor. So, you know, I'll post a link, you know, in the description if y'all want to get some of these articles. I just wanted to give a overview of the mentality of these people, right? Their mentality is that we're property. They actually were taught to believe that the worst of the white men is better than the best of the Black man. That goes back to Gamal's precept. Ain't it ironic? It's servants riding on horses and princes walking on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Roles are reversed, because the actuality of it is they not qualified to tie our bootstraps. You see what I'm saying? They are not qualified to tie our bootstraps. They are base human beings, but they have inherited lies from their fathers to believe that they're better than us. But this is their kingdom, and the Most High God has allowed them, right? He suffers wickedness. He's long suffering just to show his strength. Because as much as America has risen itself up, soaring with the eagles, that downfall is going to be just as traumatic, if not 10 times more. It's going to be dramatic, right? So how do we usher in that downfall? We got to get into this word, family. We got to remember the old ways. That was right. The righteous path. We got to follow these law, statutes, and commandments, have faith in Christ, love each other as a nation. Right? Yeah, to my them Bo knows they had Bo on a hockey rink. Right? And it wasn't like they had a stunt double out there. The nigga was out there skating and flicking that goddamn hockey puck like he knew what he was doing. That's why they say Bo was the greatest athlete of all time. You feel me? Right? But yeah, so we got a baseline on how base Esau is. So let's get into what I call Jeremiah 49. Yeah. Let's get into Jeremiah 49 and just give Esau his judgment real quick.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Go ahead. We're gonna do 10 through like 15, right?
Yeah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Right? He's nothing, right? And his children ain't nothing, because they ain't nothing but the spawn of the devil that they are. Right? Read.
Verse 11. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And thou art he that shall altogether, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Rhetorical question. You
thou
think
shalt not
you think you're gonna get away with it, Esau, huh? What he said?
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Double of it, right? Go ahead.
For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes.
Right? Go ahead through 15. 2:15. Yeah.
I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her. Rise up to the battle.
Right? That goes hand in hand with what you brought out earlier. Right? When we was in Egypt, the same thing the Egyptians did. They was like, hold on, man. All these people around us, man, they're gonna come. They know that this is coming. Right? They know that all the arrows, all the fiery darts is pointed at Esau. They know that's why they are paranoid. See what I'm saying? Whether they know it inherently or whether the devil actually understands the plan, it is what it is, but they know something coming. That's why they're paranoid. They just don't know which direction it's coming from. Go ahead.
Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men.
So look around the world. Look around the world. Even the Edomites can't stand the daughter of Babylon, right? Go up a little bit, couple verses, right? When you see things like Bozrah, right? It's the same thing in verse 13. Bozrah is talking about Esau, Edom, right? And when you're talking about Edom and Esau, we know that modern day, the head honchos out of all the Edomites on this planet right now is the Americans, the daughter of Babylon. So this is future prophecy of, you know what I'm saying, the last kingdom on earth falling before the Israelites get the kingdom returned and Yahweh shall come back and claim his throne. We already know that's Esau. We already know that's the daughter of Babylon. But that just like Isaiah 63, right? Get that real quick. We're gonna come back. Hold Jeremiah on the tab. Get Isaiah 63 real quick, just to give you an example of when you see these words, Basra and Edom and Seir, right? These are all geographic. Basra and Seir are geographic locations where the Edomites dwelt. And then we know that the Bible metaphorically will say daughter of Babylon, and you know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great, right? So geographic locations are associated with people groups and people and places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, sis. Look, the only way is to come together right now, and we gotta damn sure do. We gotta not try. We gotta do. That's the only way. That's the only way, sis. Right? A nation divided cannot stand, and we see the Edomites divided among themselves because guess what? The Europeans hate America. You see what I'm saying? It's about to be a downfall. They falling apart over Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And this, man, it's all kind of fuss, man. So look, bring that out for me. It's just another example.
All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Go ahead.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
And like, hey, fam, hey, you got them nice clean garment, man, the clean white garment, man. Why is it red? Like you done been busting grapes all day. Go ahead.
Verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
About to be a bloodbath. And this is Yahweh Shai that's being prophesied about, right? Finish that up. 4.
Verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
That's that gospel. You feel me?
God.
The day of the Lord. That's that gospel to us. That's destruction to Esau. Right? So go back to Jeremiah 49.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll through.
Yeah, you got
we stopped at 15.
God.
Go ahead and roll through to 18.
God. There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 16. Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
right?
That holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
There we go. You soaring up there, you living in the cleft of the rock, you soaring up there, making your nest high like the eagle, right? You in rulership right now. But the Most High gonna bring you down. Just like he did Pharaoh. Go ahead.
Bring it out. Verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it.
Right? So we know this is future prophecy, right? And, you know, like I said, the geographic locations and such, right? We know what that's about. Now, through the Spirit, Gamal, we about to go there right now. Let's get Obadiah. And I know a lot of brothers read Obadiah verse 18, but you gotta, and through the Spirit, Officer Gamal just put this up. This is literally, right, Alice? This was literally the next precept on the list. Through the Spirit, right? Bring that up, King. Start at 1, get 1 through 3.
Okay.
Or actually 1 through 6.
1 through 6. Okay, okay. This is the book of Obadiah from the top. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Right. You see how the prophets is in unison, right? Read.
Verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Hey, he pounding Esau. America's the greatest on the earth. We got the best weapons, the best boats, the best planes. Who else want to fuck with Hollywood Cole? You know what I'm saying? And King Kong, right? That's what's going to happen. Go ahead.
Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Look, a normal thief, they gonna glean some grapes, but they gonna leave some, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna wipe the whole vine clean. Esau is insatiable. He wanna wipe you clean.
Yeah, he want it all.
He don't want to just come over there and take a little bit of gold. He want to stuff the boat so full till it sink. Go ahead.
Verse 6, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right? Esau is bare, just like we read in Jeremiah. Skip down to 9 and 10, read to 10.
Okay. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right? Destruction. Go ahead.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
It's coming to you, Esau. Woe unto you. Right? You know? So, woe unto you, Esau. Salakia, that's a perfect time. Let me interject with our sponsor of today, Wool Apparel Clan X, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of these crackers, man. Tired of them. Hey, woe to you. Woe to you. You feel me? Your day is coming, Esau. Right? But back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
Right? You still got that? You still got that precept?
Obadiah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to reemphasize something and then go on to the next precept because it says something important.
Okay.
Right? They're going to be utterly destroyed. Their destruction is imminent. Thus said the Lord.
Okay.
And it's going to be catastrophic and it's going to be permanent. You see what I'm saying? Permanent desolation. That's usually the end result of thermonuclear warfare is uninhabitable lands, right? So read 10 again.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Look, they show violence against their own brother. They have no loyalty for nobody. See what I'm saying? Esau wanted to take his own brother out because he was mad because he was wicked as hell and gave up his birthright and got, you know what I'm saying? He got tricked. He got tricked, but that's because he was wicked. He had already gave up the birthright.
God, you know what? I was just about to speak on that. Like, he didn't even care about that.
That part.
That part doesn't mean anything to him.
Like, what is a birthright? Give me that's lentils, right? That pottage, right? And to show you, let me get let's go to Genesis 25 and 23. Right? You got to remember, this is Most High's plan. This is the Most High's plan, and he's showing us where this came from. If you just get into this word, you'll understand what's going on. And look how your forefather Jacob moved. You see what I'm saying? He moved according to the will of the Most High with wisdom, right? Go ahead and bring that out. Start at 23.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Right? We know Esau came out first because Jacob grabbed his heel, right? Yaquab, the supplanter. But we are 2 manner of people. We are 2 different, completely different people. Albeit brothers, we are different physically, spiritually, in all manner of the way, all manner, right? And it says, one people shall be stronger than the other people. Why you think it's more Jake out there on the football field? Why you think it's more Jake playing hoop and baseball? Physically, we dominate them in combat sports, fight sports, baseball, football, you name it. Track, even sports they don't let us participate in, and the nigga finally cracked the ranks, he dominate. You got Lewis Hamilton killing it for a decade already in Formula One. You know they didn't let no niggas race them cars before, and this kid been killing it, and you know is one of the most successful racers ever. You got the little girl that just won her first U.S. Open, right? Little black girl. Anything we touch physically, we are dominant. We're stronger than them. Mentally, we done been through hell and back as a people. Through encomiendo with the conquistadors and slavery and the goddamn these crackers bringing their cavalry over here, killing Gad and Reuben, right? We done been through hell and back, but guess what? We still thrive. We still find a way to walk around here with a smile on our face, finding some little piece of happiness, right? Out of nothing. But let Esau lose a couple million on Wall Street.
Through the spirit, I was just about to say that this fool can't even handle losing money because he'll go jump out the goddamn window or
He
something.
jumping out. Right? He jumping out. Right? Right? Sis, you right. You right, sis. Look. As long as they Israel, we need to come together. And guess what, sis? Through the spirit, it's going to be God's will in that day, the elect will come together. But what we got to realize is that there's going to be 2/3 of our people that ain't going to make the first cut. Right? But the elect will come together, and sis, you right. No matter what idolatry or religion or camp, right? Because camps be banging too. You got Negro only, you got Northern Kingdom only, you got all these factions, you got One West, you got, anti-One West. It's all good. It's written that there will not be a perfect unity until Christ return to make that perfect unity, to reveal that perfect truth. See what I'm saying? And that's when the 1/3, the elect, and the 1/3 is going to be gathered up. The 2/3 is going to have to suffer that second death by fire. As much as I pray and wish that all of us could make it, Lord willing, like I said, Lord willing, I do enough to earn that crown and be in that number, but some of us ain't gonna make it. And that's just, most of us ain't gonna make it, sis. A plurality of us is not gonna make it. Matter of fact, an overwhelming majority of us are not gonna make it. 2/3, right? And this is real talk, because look, it's hard enough for us to get brothers to understand the concept of brotherhood, but it's even harder for sisters to understand the concept of sisterhood. Right? Sisters have a hard look. You know how many times I done been to the church cookout, and I'm from the dirty, right? From the deep south, and the church I went to, my uncle the pastor, all my kin folks is the congregation, right? Every now and then they'll have a reunion or a revival and invite the church from up the road, from out of town, but it still be some kin folks and extended family. And then you go, and then soon as church over, they having the potluck, and then I hear my cousin about my auntie. Look at her. Who she thinks she is? What? Ain't this a church? Ain't this a revival? Know who she thinks she is. Right? So we got a lot to work on. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot to work on. So let's see. Israelite men and tribes gather together to lead. I mean, clarify what you mean, sis, because yeah, of course, the Israelite men, we're gathered together to lead, but to lead who? Right? And lead when? Because you got to understand there's an order to prophecy. Right? Right now, our task is to lead our people, to lead the elect, right? To get the numbers up, right? To get the numbers up so that it's palatable for Yahweh to send his son back down here and gather us up and then take us into the wilderness and then once again purge the rebels. And then at that point, Esau is already doing his thing, right? World War III done cracked off. We get scooped up, right, and put into the wilderness. And then Esau, after Babylon is destroyed, gonna turn around and think they about to run up on us. And then that's when, you know what I'm saying, we go ahead and handle that business, and Yahweh shall lead us into the land, right? But definitely the 1/3 will come out of this land. You see what I'm saying? But we will have to go gather our brothers from the four corners of the earth. And then we're going to have to go to the valley of Jehoshaphat, purge the rebels, and then go to battle with Esau again. You feel me? So there's an order to the prophecy, right? But yes, absolutely, right? Israelite men have to be the leaders and feed the flock, right? But there's an order to the prophecy before we worrying about leading any heathens. See what I'm saying? We got to work on internal house cleaning first, right? But yes. So look, that was that on that, right? Hold on. Where we left off? 23?
23.
Yeah, that was it on that. Let me get the whole point in that is we're brothers, but we're two nations, right? And just to further iterate that point, get Romans 9:21, right? And because people say, right, sis, this is not our kingdom, right? This is not our kingdom. And that's right, Smoke. This is not our kingdom. Our people, they under strong delusions of the Christianity is a hell of a drug. But that damn, if Christianity is heroin, Islam is probably right behind it. Islam is probably cocaine, and Kemet is straight meth, right? Hell of a drug. Right?
Oh man.
Right? Let's see what the sister said. Coming together will offer that protection that so many the tribes, you guys, there's a border. I don't quite get that last part. I think it's probably part of another continuing statement, right? But so coming together will offer that protection that so many sisters and children need prayer, just like you guys, right? So look, that's the only way to survive is if we do according to the law, according to what's commanded of us. Because let me get that in Zephaniah, King, real quick for the sister, right? Because we supposed to gather together. That's the prophets is telling us what the Most High is, requiring of us. We got to gather together because we know we're that nation undesired. We know we got everything, all the odds against us. We know that we got a seemingly unwinnable battle. But there's this thing called faith, right? And your faith is only strengthened by your works. And your works is your diligence towards the instructions we was given, which is the Torah, which is the law, right?
Got it.
So let me bring this out real quick, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yeah. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Right. Go ahead and keep going.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Right. And so, sis, right there, we have to gather together. This is the prophet's words. Thus said the Lord, right? Because the Lord's day of anger, the Lord's day of vengeance, that's the gospel to the ones who heed the word. That's bad news to the ones that forsake it. And it's extra bad news to the heathens that put their hands on the apple of the Most High eye. You see what I'm saying? So some of our own people are going to be our most stringent enemies in this truth. But the ones that get it, the ones that the Most High gave eyes to see and ears to hear, we really got to put it down and gather together and live according to all that is commanded of us. That's why it's so important to have fellowship and to have convocations during these feast days and to keep the Shabbat and to keep the dietary law and to do all of the little things that we can do so that we get our nation back and we get our temple back and we get our king back. Right? That's the only way, sis, for sure. Oh, see, I remember that topic, right? How you're not married to every woman you ever slept with. Well, it's real simple, sis. If you had no not if I was in the world out there running rampant, whoring around, sleeping all manner of women, right? Number one, probably half of them was Mr. Steal Your Girl, somebody else's girl, right? Which is adultery. That's not marriage. Off top, that's an abomination. Two, if I'm not even understanding or knowledgeable of what the law is, then that doesn't apply, right? It's not to say that I'm not going to catch judgment for what I did, but the act of marriage, right? It's not official because I'm just out there being wicked. Now that you have understanding and knowledge of the truth, now it's your responsibility as a man to take care of that woman as a wife. But how many of us have went out there and sleeping around, and you got to put it on the sisters as well, because some of these sisters is loose. Hot girls, city girls, right? So it's a bunch of adultery going on. I don't see a lot of marriage going on with this lifestyle, right? And then on top of that, if you didn't have an understanding of what the truth is, then it's a different story than somebody that does. You see what I'm saying? And so if I go all the way back through my history of every woman I ever slept with, at some point, you see what I'm saying? Even let's just say it was someone who wasn't with anybody else, right? Because you gotta understand, it's adultery. You causing a woman to commit adultery, right? If you put her away for any cause other than fornication. So think about how much adultery is going on when people sleeping around, right? Let's just said, but you can still make it right to this day. Like why don't you go back? Because here go the thing, sis. What if my girlfriend from college, freshman year of college, is married with kids? Right? That's a done deal, sis. You see what I'm saying? Even if I wanted to go back, I couldn't. So some things is a done deal, and brothers that was out there doing sisters wrong, they gonna get their judgment. Sisters that was out there being flagrant, they gonna get their judgment. Right? That's why it's imperative for us to raise our kids properly. Raise a child up in the way that they should go, so that we don't have this rampant culture of sleeping around rampantly. Right? You know, yeah, exactly. You know how many families was broke up in the 80s from the war on drugs and the crack epidemic, and how many babies grew up not even right because their mama was doing drugs or their daddy was doing drugs, and the baby was born with problems. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like a chicken or the egg, which come first question. You feel me? Did the fatherless children come first, or the drugs in prison come first? You see? You got to examine these things. Right? But these are the type of questions, right, that we need our sisters involved in this truth, because the sisters are generally the ones who is going to be nurturing the children, or at least they are better equipped to do so. You feel me? And so when a man is in order, he's the head of the house, then that means his wife is in order, and she's the head of the children, and that means the children will be in order. Then we don't have to worry about a generation of hot girls and city boys and Mr. Steal Your Girl. You see? It's time to repent, Israel. That's what time it is. Right? So did we go to Romans 9? Get that Romans 9 and 21, because look, the Most High, Romans 9 and 21, the Most High, people say, oh, well, why would God make something that he hate? Because he's God. Why would God give all this pain and suffering? Because he's God. Because it's written. Because, nigga, you got to pass the test. Gold is tried by the fire of adversity. Right? Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right. Esau and Jacob. Or Jake honor, Esau dishonor. Go ahead.
Verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Right. We went over this before, right? The Most High is long suffering. The same way he did Pharaoh is the same way Esau gonna get it, right? Let's get real quick. Sirach 7 and 13. Right? The same way Pharaoh got it, Esau gonna get it. Right? They up there, the cleft of the rock, soaring with the eagles. Right? Sis said the black woman has been treated horribly by everyone. I agree, sis. In the 70s or whatever, doesn't apply to us. And you know what, sis? The irony of how Esau moves, right? Because the sister made a valid point, is the black woman gets it harder than even the black man when it comes down to it, in a certain sense, because the black man is treated bad in America, but not only is America racist, but it's misogynist. So they're catching both ends of the stick in a lot of instances, right? So here's the irony of the whole situation, is they use the Ku Klux Klan, right? And let me allow me to remind you of our sponsor of the day, right? Clan X, right? Go to warapparel.com, you know what I'm saying? Scope out our catalog, right? Support the cause. Because it's not just some print on a t-shirt. We're trying to make a message and a movement. You feel me? Right? But so think about how the Klan went to their next phase, right? And during the Reconstruction years, the 1890s up until about the 20s or so, right? They was just killing niggas. Bloodbath. Then, right, leading up to the war, they was like, maybe we can't just kill niggas all the time and this and that. And so they made movements along the way. Like, for instance, if you're familiar with the suffrage movement, the women's suffrage, right? Basically women's rights, but it was white women's rights, not black women's rights, even though a lot of the black women was on the forefront of fighting for education and healthcare and things that benefit the babies, right? The white women got the rights, the women's suffrage movement. It's around Eleanor Roosevelt period, I think, And so when the white women got the rights, now the Klan start putting their women out front to be the goddamn thorn in the side of niggas. The so-called Karen of today. How many of these crackers, these dirty old wrinkle raisins, got the nerve to get in a nigga face and say, what are you doing around here? Like, don't you realize I will fold you like a lawn chair?
Yeah,
why are you in my face? Because they emboldened them. They emboldened them to go out and be They're battle axes, but with a dainty smile, with a delicate touch, even though it's just as deadly. Why? Because they'll Emmett Till a nigga. He touched the white woman. Right? So you got to just step back and realize how crafty of a hunter Esau is and what kind of tactics he used. You see what I'm saying? You gotta, you feel me? You gotta like take a step back and look at Esau, because too many of our people go, well, you know, it's not as bad as it used to be. It's bad as ever, and it's gonna get worse. You can't be that frog in a pot of boiling water. That's what a lot of our people is. You know how they're saying, they say you sit a frog in a pot of water and slowly boil it, he's just gonna sit there and cook. You know what I mean? So, you know, same evil, different mode, right? Oh, they're in stealth mode at this moment. But look, every now and then they slip out of stealth mode in the goddamn Joker mask show. The makeup get destroyed, right? And you're right, sis. Look, our sisters are the backbone of our household, right? But look what Esau has done. Look what Esau has done. We all destroyed, sis. We are all destroyed, right? We all got PTSD. And what they have done is they have separated our unit. They have separated our men and our women, whether through the jail system or drugs or the whole premise of, girl, he cheating on you. It's not what the Bible said, right? So this whole Western ideology of how we're supposed to live has got us destroyed. And the only way to get out of it is to get back to the ways of old. You see what I'm saying? Let's end it with this, King. I appreciate that feedback, sis, because we want to hear back from our sisters, especially because it helps make us better leaders to understand what our women are going through. How many of y'all brothers actually know how to communicate with your woman? How many of y'all brothers know how to lead? Right? You see what I'm saying? And see, when you find a sister that's strong and that's adherent, that's a diamond in the rough. You got to hold on to that gem, because I could tell you, Shawnee, it's few and far between for a sister that's really, really trying to be about this walk. A lot of them is so far gone, like you said, dating outside the race, thinking the white man gonna save her, you know, or either she just straight up want to be, you know, career woman and go climb the ladder and then realize the ladder missing rungs once they get to a certain point. You feel me? So we as a nation are destroyed, sis. And as a nation, we got to come together and you can't build a nation without a strong family unit. Because nation building is all about procreating and building families, strong units. So you absolutely right, sis. There's pieces that are broken. We are destroyed in certain ways, but the way out of this is for us to get this wisdom and this instruction embedded into our society to where the structure of the house is proper, the man is leading, the woman is following the man, abiding by the law in lockstep, walking together with the man, not trying to be opposed to him, right? We walk according to the law. Our kids gonna walk according to the law. Then we're not gonna be talking about hot girl summer and Mr. Steal Your Girl, or the dope boy, or the crackhead, or the nigga that got penitentiary time. All that pain is gonna be a thing of the past, you know what I'm saying, when that day come, but we gotta do the work. Like Chief said, hey, We're not waiting on Jesus. We're not waiting on God. God waiting on us. We got to do the work, right? So look, I called out Sirach 7, right? Let's get that. 7 and 13.
7 and 13. I got it.
Is that it?
Hold
on. No, I think it's not Sirach, Salakia, Ecclesiastes. I had it written down as ECC. I believe it's Ecclesiastes.
All right. No worries.
Ecclesiastes.
Let me get that.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7 and 13.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, King.
Because the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Right? He made Esau crooked from the beginning, right? It's not up to us to try to make Esau love us or to try to teach Esau how to be a decent human being. It's not in him. We got to focus on us, right? We got to focus on us and bring out Romans 9 and 21 for me. We got to focus on us, right? And you see, sis, we have a staggering amount of fatherless kids. Why? A lot of fathers are locked up. A lot of fathers are locked up because they had substance abuse. A lot of fathers are locked up because they sold substances, right? A lot of fathers are locked up just because Esau is a dirty devil, and that's his plan. But at the end of the day, right? What if the father was locked up? There's still the woman, right? If that father was a righteous man and got imprisoned unrighteously, and the woman had to hold it down, if that man led properly and that woman was walking properly, she gonna hold it down, and that kid gonna continue to walk properly, right? That's the missing piece, right? When it's not necessarily the one thing that's the cause and effect. It's a multitude of things that cause these families to break up. A lot of time, single parent homes, sis, I'm gonna keep it 100, because the woman mad because the man got another woman. Think about it. My family, my mom and dad separated because Pops had him another piece. I didn't know nothing about the truth at the time, but come to find out, Pops wasn't doing nothing wrong. According to the Bible, but according to the white man, oh, we don't want y'all niggas procreating too much. Just one. And if you have more than 3 kids, we're going to look down on you. Right? So, you got to understand, you got to unpack the societal, like you said, we got PTSD from all this trauma of generations of trauma, slavery and Jim Crow and such, the war on drugs, crack epidemic. Yeah, we got PTSD. But if we keep with these law, statutes, and commandments and work together as a nation, no weapons can form against us. We got to take accountability, right? We got to know who our enemy is and take accountability to why we got this low down base beast with his neck on boot on our neck. Right? Go ahead, bring that out, King.
You know what? I'm going to start at 20.
Yeah, do that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right? Just like the potter and the clay, right? Bring that up.
Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
I wanted to bring that back out, right? Because whether it's Israel or the heathen, we can't ask God why he made us how we are. We got to work with what we got.
God.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of us is like, well, why me? Why me? Right? Why I got to be like this? Why it can't be easy? Because the Most High said, gold is tried by the fire of adversity. You got to be tested. You got to be tested. You got to use diligence to earn your place in the election. You see what I'm saying? Right? So go to let's end it with Psalms 58 verse 3. Right? At the end of the day, we done blaming Esau for our problems. We need to take our own accountability and say, how is it that this low life degenerate of a beast is above us? Because we're not doing what we're supposed to do at the end of the day. And so our primary focus has got to be doing what we need to do. Right? My motivation is when I look at one of these crackers in the face and go, look at this. Look at this servant up on that horse. You know how it's the reverse of that scene in Django. He said, look at that nigga on that nag. I'm like, look at this cracker over here. What? How did this happen? Right? It's on us, sis. Right? And look, this is key. We need to respect and learn to love ourselves. Bring that out real quick for the sister, right? 1 John 5. Right? Before we land the plane with Psalms. So like
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Hold on. Just open a new tab so you don't gotta close it.
Okay.
Open a new tab and just stay right there and go to 1 John 5 and 2, right? Because the sister said we need to respect and learn to love ourselves. Facts, sister. But how do I show love to my brother? We're going to get that. I'm going to let the scripture explain to us how we love each other. Because what's key is, how do we define love? Love is not an emotion. Love is a physical act. You see what I'm saying? Love is a physical act. And we're going to go to 1 John 5 and 2 through 3 to really define that. What is love, right? Bring that out.
Okay, this is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 2. By this, we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments.
Facts, right? Go ahead.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard to keep God's law. Not at all, right? I mean, go ahead and let's land the plane on Psalms 58 and 3. All right? But you see what I'm saying, sis? Is absolutely. Love is the answer. But what is love, right? You love your brother and your sister by keeping the law. If I love my brother and my sister, I'm not going to do Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's an abomination. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to steal from my people. If I see my brother going off, I'm going to rebuke him and not suffer sin upon him, right? I'm not going to be murderous. So the love is rooted in the law. You see? Bring that up, King. This, because look, if we keep focusing on well, we're going to march over here and we're going to convince Esau that he's wrong. He don't give a damn. And he's not going to change. You can't make straight what the Most High has made crooked. But we can repent. You see? Let's land this plane, King, because we got to take the focus off of what we can do to make Esau change his mind to how we need a mindset change. Right?
Go
ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Right? Keep going a little bit.
Verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
Right? A poisonous snake. Keep going.
Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely.
All right, go ahead.
Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord.
Go ahead.
Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces.
His bow, right? Right. So we know Esau aiming at us, right? When he bend his bow to shoot his arrow, the Most High God gonna cut him down, right? The Most High God gonna cut him down. We see it time and time again. Esau's day is coming, but it all starts with us getting right. You see? And I kind of wanted to bring it out from that perspective to show you I got a lot of anger and, hatred, righteous hatred for what Esau has done to my loved ones, right? But I can't do nothing about it unless I'm doing all that the Most High God requires of me, which is being obedient to his will, having faith in Christ, and loving my people by being obedient to his will and having faith in Christ, because that's keeping the commandment. And faith is a commandment. You see how that works? Right? But yeah, with that, King, Ali Yashai, any thoughts and you want to interject on anything? Because you know what I'm saying, we went a good 220, man. Ooh.
God, no, you brought out some key points. We already know that this guy he's not going to change. And what a lot of people are suffering from is the illusion of inclusion.
Bring that up.
Yeah, we the smooth talk. His words are smoother than butter. I mean, we get seduced, by all his sweet talk, and we think that he's for us. He wants to be our friend, and and all this stuff, and he ain't ever going to change.
Right.
He's like the the script says, he's wicked, from the womb. So, with that, I mean, we need to focus on us, focus on what we need to do, on how we can change and how we can, bring change to not only ourselves, our communities, you know what I mean? And, hit that magic number.
That part, King. Need to hit that number. We need 12 from every tribe. 12K right. From every tribe, right?
That's right.
You feel me? Hey, with that though, you know what I'm saying? We spent a little extra time, which is great because look, Shawnee, you feel free, sis. Anytime you got questions, this is what we're here for. I'll spend all the extra overtime it takes. If you got any more questions, run it. We here for you. I just wanted to wrap my lesson up, and Lord willing, it was edifying, and you know what I'm saying, we was able to shed some light on maybe some questions. But anytime you got questions, sis, that you in here, run it up. And if we not online, leave a comment, shoot us an email, right? Let me put the email in the chat for you too. that WOLFPAC email, right? lbcsicari@gmail.com. You could, like I said, sis, you could leave a comment on the video. You could leave us an email, and you know where we be at on Wednesday evenings.
Yeah.
We love to have you, and we appreciate your feedback because we learn as well. Because you know it helps us to hear directly from the sisters.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our men, sis, no cap, a lot of our men struggle to communicate with our women, right? And this is a good exercise even for me. I love to communicate with my sisters because I'm trying to be a better man every day. And I know that that was one of my things I lack. It's like, I ain't trying to hear that, girl. What you talking about? I'm over here whoop-de-whoop. And I'm going to get with you when I'm done with doing what I ain't trying to hear nothing. That's not how we operate, right? We got to learn how to listen, and we got to learn how to communicate. So this is good work and good exercise for me. And Lord willing, you know, some of the brothers take something from it and go, you know what? You know, this how you communicate with the sisters. And we build that unit strong like how it's supposed to be. It starts with communication, right? You can't be on one accord. Look, that's why in football the huddle is so key, right? There's order to the huddle, right? There's one man talking. We got groups here. We got, all right, you got this play, you got that formation, you do this on 3. Ready? Let's go. Right? If you got to call an audible, you call an audible, but you gotta have the communication. You see? All praises. And with that, I'm a land. This plane is touched ground. It's on the runway. It's taxiing, right? All praises, sis. Anytime, that's what we do. We're here for you. We're here for our people. You know, Ayan Dabar means no words. Like, don't even mention it, sis. That's what it is. We appreciate you. You know, right? Right. And with that, we have clearance to pull into the gate. Right.
Yeah.
And I want to say, hey, another episode is concluded. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashak and Kwam Yashral.
Kwame Yashral.